Chris, it's a pleasure to be joined by you today. You're going to be representing the USA for a 13th time this year. How special is that? And also to be captain in the USA again.
Well, it is special to be part of this event. Earlier on in my career, maybe I took some of these things for granted, and as I've gotten more this squad experienced, I've come to appreciate the opportunities like this a lot more. And I got a great group of guys, and 13th time, and it's crazy, but quite the honor.
It's quite the honour for you to do that. What are your memories over those years so far? Looking back, there's obviously going to be so many, but which ones actually stick out to you and go, wow, that was a pretty special moment? I spoke to Kyle the other day, and he mentioned the Weber Team 300 that you had a few years ago, 2019. Is that something that stands out for you amongst them?
Weber 300, coming down to the very last couple of shots of the Baker game, the one year, and Tommy throws a strike to ice it for us. Having it go the other way, one of the other years, down to the very last shots. We've had some epic finishes, been on the good side of a few of them, on the bad side of at least one. And, during that little run, where I wasn't really so much a part of it there, where it went 5-0 to the Europeans. I was there for the first one, and then not. It seemed like their chemistry was just so strong, and that we had to get better in that realm. And the last 3 years, and watching Simo come of age, and Kyle Trout, come from a relative unknown, and through the Weber Cup, now he's become the best player on tour. Those kind of things are the memories and the special moments from the Weber Cup for sure.
You've had three on the spin. You're looking for that fourth title. And I think it's fair to say that some of your guys especially are in the form of their lives.
Yeah, and I think part of the key is being able to switch up, and we get a little bit of new blood and fresh blood in there, and guys that are hungry, and so you don't get complacent when you get on a winning streak like that. And having a couple of guys like Kyle, like you said, Kyle is having the best season of his life. He set the new earnings record, and Tom Doherty chased him all the way there. Chris Vi is now. These two both had their best seasons of their lives. And so, we got some guys, and Simonson is the same guy he's been. I mean, for him, almost a little bit of a down year because he was only like fifth, but first world problems he has. Our team's in great shape, and I think we're in really good position to come into this event. And they got some new blood as well, and they'll be hungry to try and turn this back around.
You touched on there about Chris and Tom coming into that team. What do those guys bring to it?
Well, Doherty is a guy that I've bowled with in the PBA league for a while, and he's got a little edge to him, and he brings quite a bit of fight to the fight, and he's not afraid of it, and he likes the moment, and that's the one thing that's really changed in the last couple of years for him is how well he succeeded in those big moments. The elephant in the room is that he had the worst game that anybody's ever had on TV. He got that out of the way, and I'm a believer that if you bowl long enough, everything happens once. Well, that's not going to happen again. So, he's been free to swing away, and it's paid off here as of late. He's been, he missed two tournaments. Otherwise, you could argue he might have been Player of the Year this year. There's been, these guys, they bring so much, and then Chris Vi is a young guy who's been working and working and working, and he's a guy I respect tremendously because he's put in the time, and now it's all paid off. He made some changes about 2 years ago, and since then, I think he's made 7 of the last major television shows. He's been a guy to beat week in, week out, and now the results match with what the aesthetics have been for a while. He's looked like a great player without quite the results he wanted. Now he's got both going on right now, and that guy with a lot of confidence is scary.
I hear you guys have been messaging quite a lot between the whole team and really close-knit group of guys that are coming over to the UK. What can fans expect when you guys come to town next week?
Well, I think chemistry is part of the thing. I think that's a big part of who we got to put together, how those picks happened like they did, and is that there's a fairly close knit group as much as you can be with guys that kind of compete against each other all year long. And so we've learned from the Europeans how important that is. As they took us to the woodshed there for way too long, and so we built on that. We're trying to get the new guys up to speed so they have a better idea of what to expect. No shell shocking, of walking into a very unique environment. And and so, as usual, we're going to want to come out and come out fast and hit them right off the bat.
It was a unique scenario in particular last year with no fans there, but you got that victory pretty convincingly. It's fair to say early on, but you made it tough for you at times. What will be different about it this year? Is it great to have those fans back, even if they are going to be steering in the direction of Europe with the way they support?
No, the fans and the intensity in the arena, that's one of the most special parts about the Weber Cup. And so it was a great feeling to win last year, but it wasn't the same without the fans there. And so I'm looking forward to having them back. Perhaps they won't be cheering for us. It's very likely. I think that the travel will make it difficult for us to have too many fans coming over, unfortunately. But I think we'll have a little bit, and but the energy there will be a big part of the event, and it'll be big for us to make sure that we don't let too much of that momentum go, and let the fans become too big a part of Europeans' momentum.
What would it mean to not just yourself, but the rest of the team to make history and have that fourth Weber Cup title come next Saturday evening? Is it up there in terms of achievements to make that happen?
Well, I think it's on everybody's mind. The guys are working hard. This is kind of their off season. I qualify age-wise to bowl on the Elder Tour, and so I've been pretty busy the last couple of months. But it's been time off for them, and they've been out bowling regional tournaments, bowling some other things, and really practicing hard and working out with some of the storm ball reps and getting kind of making sure their game's in shape for this. So no one's taking this lightly, and everyone wants to be a big part of this, and hopefully go into on a 4-win streak and come back home to USA